Granit Xhaka nearing exit from Arsenal as a team which goes by names of AS Roma are preparing their new bid after Arsenal rejected their first bid that they put in or they submitted in there, as Arsenal have been told how much Aouar costs. Welcome to the football news top 10 and lifestyle zone here. This is Rokan David aka RD onto this channel. Feel free to subscribe to our channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Now it looks like Arsenal are gearing up to really a very big exodus from Arsenal. Remember, David Luiz is out, Torreira is out, Saliba is out, Guendouzi is out, Ceballos is out, Odegaard is out. Who else is out? Kolasinac is going to be out. Hector Bellerin wants to go out. Lacazette 50-50. We don't know whether he's staying or he's going. So that shows you how much work Arteta has to do. Are these players that really left Arsenal deadwood? Are they deadwood players? All that into this story as we continue to really bring these two stories onto the football news top 10s and lifestyles. So now, guys, this is Rokan in here, and let me first really go to a story of a man who goes by Granit Xhaka, the captain of Switzerland, a team that really saw the likes of Paul Pogba, Raphael, Varane, Kylian Mbappe cry at the Euros, especially in the round of 16 when they really knocked them out through penalties. Kylian Mbappe missing out a penalty in there. And lots of words were exchanged in between these players onto here. Now, allow me take you to what a man who goes by the name of Fabrizio Romano has come out and said today. Good news to Arsenal fans, because I know most of Arsenal fans are really fed up of Granit Xhaka. They really hold agendas over him that ever since he was brought in from Germany to play for a team which goes by the name of Arsenal, he has not really given Arsenal what they deserve in there. Now today, there is some good news for the Gunners that really want to see Granit Xhaka leave their team or quit their team. And it is being brought in by Fabrizio Romano. And you know, when it comes to Fabrizio Romano, especially Italy links in there. Remember, the team that is interested in him goes by the names of AS Roma. And he has come out and tweeted and said that AS Roma are preparing their new bid to sign Granit Xhaka. They are now feeling confident as personal terms are agreed. Xhaka is pushing to join Roma as priority, and he knows how strongly Mourinho wants him in there. Arsenal are open to sell Granit Xhaka after signing Lokonga in there. Now, that is our first story into this double storied episode in here onto the football news top 10 and lifestyle zone in here. Now, that is the tweet that Romano really came up with, and I think you guys have read it very well. Granit Xhaka nearing exit from Arsenal. He's not part of the Arsenal team in there, and we expect him to be really accomplish his move to AS Roma next week in there, and Roma are preparing a bid. Remember, why are Roma preparing a new bid? The first bid that AS Roma put in was rejected by Arsenal. That bid was close to 13 million pounds in there, and Arsenal said no, we value Granit Xhaka at 35 million pounds in there. Now, before the Euros, Granit Xhaka wouldn't be costing all this much, but after the Euros, and he played very well, teams like Liverpool and Man City were linked to him. They really wanted him. That's something that really shocked me. Reason for Man City is Granit Xhaka, a player that Pep can really coach, because by the time we knew that Fernandinho was on away, his contract had expired at Man City and he was looking at leaving, but Man City from nowhere really added him a new contract of 1 year in there. The other player goes by the names. The other team goes by the names of Liverpool after losing Jorginho, Wijnaldum in there. They really wanted his services, but it looks like AS Roma are really more comfortable for Granit Xhaka in there to really go there and play. But Granit Xhaka came in at Arsenal. I think he was signed by Arsene Wenger in there. So Xhaka coming at Arsenal really was a very good player in there from Germany, and very high prospects were expected from him by a team which goes by the names of Arsenal in there. But all in all, it ended in vain. Others say it ended in tears, because he has not delivered what they really expected him to deliver in there. When you look, he joined Arsenal in 2016 from Borussia Mönchengladbach in there, in 2016 in there, and that's when he joined a team which goes by the names of Arsenal in there. And when you look at his statistics at Arsenal, they are all not that convincing, but He's a very good player on his day, but the problem with Xhaka is that he lacks consistency in there. That's my problem I have with him. And especially, there are players that need to be consistent, especially because in the midfield where he plays, that's where games are won. Games are not won in defense. Games are not won by forwards, but games are won by the midfield. You all know what it means. The center of everything is the strength of it. You get? So when you look at a player who goes on Granit Xhaka, his inconsistency in the midfield has led to Arsenal really not getting the wins and points they want. So the manager who goes by the name of Mikel Arteta, after assessing him for a full season, he has said, I no longer need him. I no longer need him. He's surplus. And this decision was made even before the Euros. But before the Euros, Granit Xhaka, at £20 million, the team would take him. But right now, after the Euros, and the type of football that he really exhibited he really showed us at the Euros. Trust me, guys, there is no way they are going to get you Granit Xhaka at £13 million. So Mourinho and his new team, which goes by names of AS Roma, are planning a new bid for a player who goes by names of Granit Xhaka, and Granit Xhaka is nearing an exit from a team which goes by the names of Arsenal in there, and the Lokonga is in. Lokonga signing was unveiled yesterday, and you've seen very well that a man who goes by the name of Fabrizio Romano has come out and told you that Arsenal are open to sell Xhaka after signing Lokonga in there. So let's wait and see what happens in there. But I see most Arsenal fans, really, especially on social media, they don't like Xhaka in there. However much he played well for Switzerland into the Euros, they say no way, no way, no way. Because in that game that saw Switzerland knock out a team which goes by the name of France, Granit Xhaka was almost involved in 3 goals in there with good defense splitting passes in there. And he was really a very superb player in there. But Arsenal fans don't want to hear that. They just want to hear Lokonga. Lokonga is really a very big signing for Arsenal. Junior player, but he is expected to really perform at high levels at a team which goes by names of Arsenal in there. So I think you can go into the comment section now and tell me what you think about Granit Xhaka's exit to Arsenal nearing any time from now, after Roma are preparing a new bid for a team which goes by names of Arsenal in there. So that's the first story that we had into this episode in here of Granit Xhaka and Houssem Aouar from a team which goes by names of Lyon that is stuck, all started into a 180 million euros loan in there, and they look like they have to sell players to really facilitate that loan in there. So Granit Xhaka is done. I don't know what you think about Granit Xhaka. Now let's get to Houssem Aouar. Houssem Aouar is a French international who plays for a team which goes by the names of Olympique Lyon. Aouar was wanted by Arsenal and has been scouted by Arsenal for a very long time. Even last season, from last summer, Arsenal wanted Houssem Aouar. Even in January transfer window, they wanted Aouar, the French professional footballer who plays as a midfielder for Ligue 1 club which goes by names of Olympique Lyon and the French national team in there. He has 23 years of age. It shows you how much this lad is really young, and Arsenal targeting really players of the average age is 23, 24 in there, and the only old player I've seen them really going for is Ruben Neves in there, because Ruben Neves is like in 28, 29 years old. So Arsenal, news have come in from France that Lyon is really seated in a debt of 180 million euros in there, and they are regretting why didn't we sell Memphis Depay last summer such that he would have used those 20 million pounds and really paid it somewhere. You get? Secondly, because he went for free. The same applies might happen to them, and the same Aouar, and I don't think they're not going to allow the same thing to happen to them, because even Houssem Aouar's contract is expiring next year. That's why you are seeing this happening, and his price has been slashed in there. Now, there is a very big Twitter account which goes by the names of Transfer News with a handle which reads at Transfers Live. It posted this today. Arsenal have made an offer for Houssem Aouar, according to sources, is less than 20 million euros. Lyon want close to 25 million euros, but cannot afford not to sell, if any, for more than 20 million euros is made. Tottenham are also interested in Aouar. The player is desperate to play in the Premier League. Now, Premier League looks to be a destination for each and every player right now because it looks like it's the strongest league, and it's going to dominate, by the way, the European market, the European football for a very long time, because teams like Barcelona and Real Madrid are stuck in debts. Like Real Madrid itself, it's stuck in a debt of 901 million euros in there. They are building a stadium, you get? They cannot really keep their star players at home. They are going to lose Varane because they cannot really meet the amount of money they are supposed to pay him that he wants for his new contract. And if at all they keep him, he will be signing a pre-contract in January and will be going for free, something that Florentino Perez won't even accept. So I'm showing you, the Italian Serie A are really trying to build up, but they've not yet gained momentum. La Liga looks to be like the direct competitor of a team which goes, of a league which goes by the Premier League in here. But this time around, the Premier League is way up there, and they are really enjoying their spell, and they are really leading over. They are really leading the European football in there. Now, Houssem, I was saying that he wants to play in the Premier League because the Premier League, by the way, is attracting most players now because there is money, you get, and there are very many teams that really have history on them. Premier League holds the Champions League, that is Chelsea. Chelsea are the European champions, and trust me, even this season that we're going into, the only team that can really put up a very big opposition to stop the Premier League teams to win the Champions League is one, that is PSG. Because PSG, imagine PSG with a Roma, with a Donnarumma. They have a Donnarumma. Sorry. They have Hakimi. They have Sergio Ramos, Jorginho Wijnaldum. Those are 4 players already in there. So they've added their good quality of Verratti, Paredes, Neymar, Di Maria, and Kylian Mbappe in there. Though Kylian Mbappe is expected to go away to a team which goes by names of Real Madrid in there. So, guys, this is something that all of you should know and really should be into your hands. That Houssem Aouar wants to play for a team which goes by the names of Arsenal. You get? Amongst all teams that are really interested in him, I've seen rumors of Manchester United. I don't really fancy them because I have close sources to Manchester United, and I've not yet seen that happen in there because United don't need a player who plays like Aouar. United are looking for a CDM in there. Tottenham Hotspur looking for a player who plays like Aouar. For that I can admit, because Dele Alli looks like is on an exit from a team which goes by the names of Tottenham Hotspur in there, and they really need a very big replacement in there. I don't know whether Nuno Espirito will really have to sit down Dele Alli and convince him to stay, because Jose Mourinho had really put him even off the first team and was training with the reserves in there. That is a player who goes by the names of Dele Alli in there. Now, Houssem Aouar wanting to join the Premier League, the team where he's playing right now goes by the names of Lyon, has come out and told us that no, we want between 20 million euros and 25 million euros. But Arsenal, because they know that Aouar is left with just 1 year on his contract, they are using this as a chance to really negotiate them down. They are doing something that United did to a team which goes by the name of Borussia Dortmund, because the player who goes by the name of Jadon Sancho wanted to leave the team, firstly. Secondly, even he was left with 2 years. That means if at all he played this 1 year at Borussia Dortmund, that means his price would have even reduced to 40 or 30 million pounds in there, because he would have been left with just 1 year like this. Now, Arsenal are telling a team which goes on a million that there is no way you are telling us to buy Houssem Aouar at 25 million euros or 20 million euros because you are really not at the level that we expect you to be in negotiating. You no longer have the power over Houssem Aouar, because if at all you don't give him to us at 17 million pounds in here, he's going to go on free. We are going to get him on free next summer. So that is something that Arsenal is bullying about, but Arsenal should know that there are other teams that are interested in Houssem Aouar. I've also heard that Man City are interested, and you never know, Pep Guardiola might take him, because it looks like people like Bernardo want to leave a team which goes by the names of Man City in there. So, and when you look at a player who goes like Kevin De Bruyne, he has proved to be an injury-prone player from last season in there. So I think a man who goes by the names of Pep Guardiola really needs a more reliable central attacking midfielder, and that is a player who goes by the names of Aouar, who suits into those footsteps very well. Now, who is safe? Is Arsenal safe or Lyon is safe? Both parties are not safe, because when they're negotiating this deal, it really looks like Arsenal really are bossing because they feel like they are into the driver's seat. they have an edge over this deal and negotiation. But just know the agents of Lyon are really looking for a better option. The highest bidder is taking Aouar. Now, if Arsenal is wise, it's better to go in and pay that money, because 25 million euros out of the 250 million pounds that Arsenal is having to spend this summer, and they've only spent only close to 70 million pounds in there. That means they have close to 180 million pounds in there. I think it's better you get off the 20 million pounds, pay them, and you get Aouar, because you might need him if at all you cannot really get James Maddison in there, because Arsenal is looking at James Maddison also, either James Maddison or Aouar in there. So that is an exodus that is happening at a team which goes by the names of Lyon, and I've also known that they've put up 3 of their best players in there for sale. They've put them on market. That is something that I've read somewhere on Twitter here. Let me even read. I want to get their names. They are 3-star players. They are 3-star players. They've put them on market. One, notably is Joachim Andersen in there. Joachim Andersen has been put on market because they really want to get money to finance the loan that they are having in there. Who is Joachim Andersen? Joachim Andersen is a Danish professional player who plays as a centre-back for Lyon in there. He's 25 years old, and he has played very many games in there in the league there into the so-called League One. He's a star player in there. And the other player that has been on market is Thiago Mendes, and all those are priority departures at a team which goes by names of Lyon, because they are really looking for money in there, and it's something hard into this COVID market to survive in there. Thiago Mendes, I know this one is a Brazilian who plays as a central midfielder for a club which goes by names of Lyon. Though for him, he's 29 years old, and they really want to sell him off, and they feel like if at all they sell those 3 players, they can at least raise 100 million euros in there. So that's what a team which goes by the names of Lyon is all about. They've told Arsenal the amount of money they're supposed to pay for a lad who goes by the names of Houssem Aouar in there. So it's up to Arsenal to pay in, because teams like Tottenham Hotspur are interested in Houssem Aouar. We look at Nuno Espirito, has not yet made his first signing at Tottenham Hotspur. He's looking forward to make Harry Kane stay in there. So Arsenal should really be keen, because Daniel Levy, he can sell off Harry Kane, and no sooner he sells off Harry Kane, getting Houssem Aouar at 25 million euros, that will be cheap, because a team which goes by the name of Man City has already submitted in a bid of 100 million pounds in there. So you now know what we are talking about. It's Houssem Aouar versus Tottenham Hotspur versus Arsenal. Who is going to be the first team to meet the price tag put on Houssem Aouar by a team which goes by names of Lyon, because they want close to between 20 and 25 million euros in there. So can Arsenal really get this deal done? Because we've seen Arsenal killing off deals this time round. Ben White is done. I've seen rumors that he's flying back to England. He's cutting down his holiday because he really wants to be unveiled as an Arsenal player. He wants to be part of Arsenal in Florida, where they're going to play into the Florida Cup in there in the United States of America. Lokonga is in. So it shows you that Arsenal is really into a big market, and I expect Arsenal really to go in for more 3 signings. So for me, I don't really if they put Aouar and Maddison, I choose Maddison James from Leicester City, Premier League proven player. Arsenal does not need players really to test in there, especially into that position, because they're having a Smith Rowe who has proved to be a good player into that position. So if at all you're bringing in a player who is really going to struggle to gain form in there, that means and indicates to you that that is a signing you're supposed to make. You are supposed to make a signing of Maddison, who is a Premier League proven player, and a player who goes by Smith Rowe will also know, yes, I'm on bench because there is a better player onto the pitch who is not struggling, proven, and I can assure you guys, those who support Arsenal, that James Maddison is really the big deal in there. He was wanted by Man City, he was wanted by Manchester United. There they brought in Bruno Fernandes, but because they were selling him at close to 60 million pounds in there, United said, no, let's go for a player who goes by the names of Bruno Fernandes, the deal was close to 65 million pounds, but the initial deposit was close to 45 million pounds in there. So that's it I had for you now. What do you think about Houssem Aouar's price being told to Arsenal and Granit Xhaka's exit at Arsenal? This is Rokan David aka RD. Please subscribe to our channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. I'm out for now. See you later. Maybe a live stream is coming on and we'll be doing variety, summing up the transfer news today into the transfer market that has really gone ahead. I'm out for now. See you later.